guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about invitations. I had a client yesterday that had a few questions about everything she needed to do for them, and then also what to do about sending them in such a crazy time. So we're going to cover all of that today, and let's get started. Alright guys, so first off, when do you send RSVPs? The best time to send them is anywhere from 6 months to 12 months out. Don't want to send them any sooner than 12 months because this is just way too far out and people will just forget. You don't want to send them any later than 6 months out because then it's starting to get into the time when you should be sending your invitations. Not quite, but you just don't want to send them too close together. As far as when to purchase your invitations, you should purchase them about 4 months out from your wedding date. So for example, if your wedding date is October 3rd, that would be September, August, July, August, September, October, July. 4 months out, so you get them July 3rd. And then you're gonna send them, you want enough time from when you get them to look them over, make sure they're good to go. Some companies will let you actually get a copy of your invitation suite before you order the entire order. So if you can find a company like that, that's great. I know basicinvite.com does that. You can get you design it, you'll get your proof, and then you will get a physical copy in the mail that you can look over and see what it looks like, make any adjustments if you need before you actually purchase them. Once you've purchased them, you're going to want to send them out anywhere from 6 weeks to 8 weeks out from your wedding date. No later than 6 weeks because you want to give people time to plan and remember, because even if you sent your your save the dates, they might have forgotten. Most people will forget. So you want to send those invitations with plenty of time for people to remember and arrange everything accordingly. You might have sent out your save the dates, but a lot of people may have forgotten. They might have lost it and just need to be reminded. Also, you want enough time to be able to get them back from your guests. So you want your guests to be able to send them back to you and have your due date with enough time to track everything and have all your final numbers for your caterers and your venue and all your other vendors that need to know. So that's super important. So when you're sending out these invitations, go ahead and on the back of the RSVP card, put a little number. And then you're going to create an Excel spreadsheet by number with everyone's name, whether they've RSVP'd or not, and whether they're coming or not. So you want to make sure to do all of that. So that Excel spreadsheet is a great tracking system. If you get everyone's cards in the mail all at once, like a bulk of them, it's going to take a really long time to sort through and mark off whether people are coming or not, especially if you didn't number it. That way, if you look at the back of your RSVP card, it says number 6, you just go right there on your Excel spreadsheet and boom, you're done. It makes it really easy to track in live time. Go ahead and get an extra 25 copies of your invitations when you're ordering them. That way, if coffee spills on them or something happens to them, or you have extra people that you want to invite, you have those extra copies and you'll most likely save money. So the extra 25 will only be a small amount of money, whereas if you have to order the 25 separately, you're probably going to pay a big chunk because it's a whole new order. Okay, so go ahead and get those extra 25 just to be safe. And then that way, if you want to have an extra one for you guys to keep, if your mom wants to keep an extra one, if the photographer wants one for pictures, then you have those extra copies. When you're designing your invitations, make sure to stick to classy, elegant colors and fonts. So unless you guys are a quirky couple and you want your invitations to read that way, like if you're doing a mid-century quirk style wedding with lots of bright pops of color, Go ahead and try to stick to more neutral tones. You know, gold is really pretty. Black you can never go wrong with. For the fonts, you don't want to do colors that are too light, that are really hard to read, like bright yellows. Stick with the neutral colors. Your beiges, tan, silver, gray, gold, black. Stick with those elegant colors. We don't want hot pink invitations or lime green invitations. And then when you are doing the fonts, have your names in script and then the rest of the information in block lettering, including the address and all the information that you want them to easily be able to read. When you're packing your invitations, there is a certain way that you should pack them. You'll have your outermost envelope. That is the one that you're going to address and put the stamp on to mail it out. That's just going to hold everything. Inside, you'll have an inner envelope that holds all the invitations and the inserts and stuff. So that is going to go inside the outer envelope. The inner envelope will be directly addressed to all the people that you're inviting. So the outer envelope might just have the head of household or the husband and the wife's name. Inside might have the husband, the wife, and the kids all written on it, or no kids' names if you're not inviting kids. That'll help indicate whether or not kids are invited, who's invited, if there's a +1, all of that. Now, to be honest, most people probably won't read it. They'll just open the second envelope, throw that away, or they don't think to look and see, oh, these people's names are on it, that's who's invited, and if I don't see a name, then that person's not invited. So you will have to notate that on one of the inserts or not, the invitation. Next, you're going to have your invitation. It's probably going to be the largest thing, so it's going to go on the bottom facing up. And then you'll have all your inserts in there with your RSVP card folded in the envelope on top. Now it's going to make a big sandwich, and you want it to go largest to smallest item. That stuff will go inside the inner envelope. Now, as far as, I had this question last night actually, and that's why I decided to make this specific video. I actually wasn't planning on it. But as far as what to do about COVID weddings. So I had the bride ask me, you know, should we get invitations now and send them out? Should we wait? What should we do? In her case, she was about at that 4-month out mark, so I was like, you know what, we really shouldn't wait. If you guys are definitely planning on going forward with the circumstances right now, then you definitely should get those invitations. But what we can do, that way guests know to look and stay aware of the changing circumstances, is maybe one of your inserts is like a COVID insert. We don't want to put that on the invitation, just because I highly doubt anyone really wants to remember COVID on their wedding invitations if they're saving it, right? But even though it's not really, it could be easy to forget. Have an extra insert that says, you know, as of right now, and you can word it however, but the gist is, as of right now, we are moving forward with this wedding date. Please stay tuned to our wedding website for constant updates and any changes. So that way they know to go to your wedding website and check and see if it's still on, if the wedding is canceled, if it's postponed, and any other changes regarding the wedding. So that's a good option for anyone that might have a COVID affected wedding and still wants to get their invitation sent out sooner rather than later. So that's pretty much it. There's so much else that I could talk about with invitations as far as the style, the design, what the wording should be, the proper etiquette and all that stuff. But that would probably be a whole different video. I don't want you guys to be stuck here for hours. That's everything with invitations. And if you guys have any questions, you need any help with anything, or you're looking for a planner, hit us up on our website, thatbliss.com. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new planning tips every week, and there's always a coinciding blog on our website. Oh, And on our Instagram, there's always a carousel slide to give you guys this quick snapshot of what we're going to talk about in the video. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for next week's video. Bye guys.